So KCP doesn't think that Donovan Mitchell is a superstar, and he does not think that Tyrese Haliburton is there quite yet. Let's talk about it. On his memory here at Rocket Park.
This thing, somebody needs a basket. We're gonna see when the clock go post.
Snacks, tell me yesterday, HBC.
Man, once again, man, I appreciate you having me, man, and congrats, man, on the platform. And I say keep it going, keep doing your thing.
So KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, has a clip floating around from his podcast, the Dawg Talk Podcast, hosted by him and Jordan McGruder. And he's talking about basically he doesn't think, he wouldn't build a team around Donovan Mitchell. And then he touches on Tyrese Haliburton. So let's take a listen.
You categorize Haliburton as a superstar?
No. That's what we're going off of. And even I wouldn't even build a team around Donovan Mitchell either.
Why wouldn't you build one around Donovan?
He's a superstar, but to superstars can win me games. Can he do that consistently every night? Go out there and try to win me a game?
I mean,
can he average 25, 8 and 8?
Yes. Well, I don't know about 8 and 8, but I would say
Bron did his whole career.
But I'm saying Donovan Mitchell
we talking about superstars though. We talking about getting teams involved, getting players involved, going out and when my team need me to win, I'm gonna go get this win. I can't do that with Donovan Mitchell. And I'm 50-50 with Haliburton because Haliburton can average 25, 8 and 8. I
see it.
He's just not for me. It's not as it's not. He's clutch now, but consistently throughout the game, I need you to be consistent with shooting the ball, your playmaking, all that. I don't think he's getting there. But it's still inconsistent.
So there you have it. So KCP, one of the criteria he mentioned was, can a guy give you 25, 8 and 8? That was one of his criteria of a superstar. So, his co-host, I'm assuming that's Jordan McGruder, he's like, Donovan Mitchell can give you 25, but he doesn't know about the 8 and 8. And, KCP mentioned how, Tyrese Haliburton, he isn't quite sold on him yet. He is capable of giving you 25, 8 and 8 every night, but he hasn't seen it on a consistent level. And I think when it comes to the Haliburton, evaluation, I think that's fair. We saw, of course, he had a phenomenal, postseason run. Unfortunately, it ended with that torn Achilles, but we saw him disappear at times, but we saw him, hit clutch shots, game winners, right? Elevate his teammates, bring that juice. He's a guy who can, his biggest attribute is passing, but he can put the ball in the basket with his shooting when he gets hot. He's 6'6", 6'5", so he can go and get those boards. Trip dub watch. He's that type of player, but he is at times inconsistent and can disappear. So I think that's a fair evaluation. I think if we start seeing that on a consistent level, him just, playing good from start to finish, I think Tyrese Haliburton will solidify himself as a superstar in this league if we see that at a consistent level, like KCP said. When it comes to Donovan Mitchell, I think he just sees more of Mitchell as a scorer, great scorer. I don't even know what Mitchell averaged. I'm sure it was, mid-20s, high 20s. But that's KCP's evaluation. But he's receiving a lot of flack because of KCP. He's a role player in the league. He's known as a 3-and-D guy. But I think he's coming from a perspective in which you look at who he's won a championship with, who was the best player, on his team, who were the top dogs. He's coming from LA. He's seen Bron walking, trip dub watch. He can go out and get, I think for his career, what he averages 25, 7 and 7 for his career or something like that, around those 25, 8 and 8, whatever. And then what was his second championship? right? The Nuggets, and we all know about what Jokic can do. So I think he's coming from a standpoint in which he's seen the best player on his championship teams, the teams he's won a ring with, pretty much affect every facet of the game. So Jokic may not be known for his defense, but he's sure, like, I think he gets like, he's not the best defender by any means, right? But I think he gets a little bit of a bad rap. Like, he's not as bad as some people make it out to be. And then with Bron, we know that he can turn it on. When he was, a few years back when with the Lakers, he could turn it on both sides of the ball. Like I said, he's seen Bron and he's seen Jokic basically affect all facets of the game. So that's where I think KCP is coming from. And I know he's taking a lot of heat on the internet right now because, people, that's one thing, man. People be like, man, why are you talking when you're a role player and you talking about superstar? I get it, but like, it's like, who else? You want you just want, so only stars can talk about stars, right? I feel like if a guy's seen it up in close in person, he's an NBA player. He has experience. I don't think he said anything, with ill intent. I think he's just giving his evaluation. So those are my thoughts in the comments. Let me know yours.